team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. Larry Bird's most savage moments. It's been a while, but shout out to the Bird Gang. I feel like I haven't did a video for y'all in a minute, but it's time. This is a video I never reacted to before. It was another most savage moments video that I reacted to, but this one right here I've never reacted to, so it's time. I want to see if there's any savage moments in here from Larry Bird that I've never seen before. So let's get into it. We got Larry Bird's most savage moments. Let's get it.
Retired NBA players often like to compare the good times with today. And to be honest, it sounds like a broken record machine at this point. They often say players today are soft and they can't play in our era and things like that. I'm not about to debate that here, but what I will say is what is probably inarguable is the fact that players talked a lot more smack back in the day. And one of the best to ever do it was the one and only Larry Bird, aka Larry Legend. Today,
was Larry Legend the greatest trash talker of all time? Let me know right now though. Was Larry Bird the greatest trash talker of all time? Like, I'll be going back and forth with him, Jordan. There's some other guys out there. Who else? Some other crazy trash talkers. Like, it's a few. It's a few, but I think Larry Bird might be number one, man. He has to be, but let me know.
Today we'll take a look at some of his most savage moments. During his rookie year, Reggie Miller and the Pacers were down 3 points against the Celtics with 20 seconds left in the game. To stop the clock, the Pacers went to the foul game, but unfortunately, they fouled Larry Bird. As Bird went to the line, Miller tried to distract his concentration by getting into his head. He was like, hey. But before Miller even blurted out another word, Larry cut him off and shushed him up by saying, "You gotta be kidding me. Rook, you gotta be kidding me. Rook, I'm the best shooter in the league right now."
Oh yeah?
In the league. Understand? And you're up here trying to say something? Bird would calmly sink the crucial free throws to beat the Pacers 119 to 113. He also dropped 34 points along with 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals to send out a major statement to the young Reggie.
He said Reggie Miller, bro. Like, I don't know who you are. I don't know why you talking to me right now, but you trying to say hey is not going to do nothing. Actually, you're going to make me swish these free throws. I probably wasn't even going to try to swish them, but the fact that you're trying to say something to me, thinking that's going to make me miss, here, take these.
I think from that moment onwards, Reggie learned to zip his mouth whenever Larry was around. Anyway, guys, off to the next story. In 1986, Larry Bird was at the peak of his greatness, winning his 3rd consecutive MVP, as well as grabbing the Finals MVP trophy while averaging 25.8 points a ball game. He was so good this particular year that on the night of Valentine's, he simply decided that he would not be using his right hand against the Blazers. Here's exactly what he said. "Tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this one left-handed. Well, at least through 3 quarters. True to his word, Bird broke the hearts of the Blazers on V-Day by dropping 47 points while mostly using his left hand.
I would be so pissed if I was Portland. Just imagine you playing for Portland, you in the gym working out, getting a hard sweat in, and then you watch an interview from the players you about to play against tomorrow. He said, "Yeah, I'm only gonna use my left hand against them tomorrow." Like, what? That's so disrespectful. And on top of all that, he went out and scored 47 with his left hand. Like, come on now.
There's Bird.
Top 5 all time?
Bird with the left hand and it stays.
Is he top 5 greatest all time?
After the game, he was asked why he refused to use his dominant hand, to which he replied, "I'm saving my right hand for the Lakers."
That's
Man,
disrespectful.
is that cold-blooded or what?
That's
Now,
disrespectful. I would be
if you
pissed
think
if I played
that
for
was
Portland.
savage, wait until you hear this next story about Dennis Rodman.
Okay,
We all know that
this.
Rodman has a history of saying unpleasant things, and in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals in 1987, he pushed the boundaries further by saying an off-color remark to Larry. Game 5 at Boston, "I made the most wrong decision that a person can make. At the time, I didn't know any better because I was so used to being in the projects. Got I was young and stupid, so after the game, I said if Larry Bird was black, he would be just an average basketball player. That is what I actually said back then, and I was in Boston. Larry heard the interview and was not happy about Rodman's comment. In Game 7, Bird had his payback, and he went to destroy Rodman with his skills and his mouth. According to Rodman, here's what went down when he was guarding him. I would be all over him trying to deny him the ball, and all Larry was doing was yelling at his teammates. I'm open. Hurry up before they notice nobody is guarding me.
Oh.
Then he would stick an elbow in my jaw and stick the jumper in my face. Then he would start in on my coach. Coach, you better get this guy out and send in somebody who's going to D me up, because it's too easy when I'm wide open like this.
He's saying this to Dennis Rodman. And there's people that's probably watching this video that feels that Dennis Rodman is the greatest defender ever. Like, that's no debate how great of a defender Dennis Rodman was. And this is how Larry Bird was talking to him. Like, come on, man. It's Rodman. Come here, Rodman. Come here, Rodman. We don't even shoot
Larry
threes
Bird
like
was
that, but we're going to shoot them
when
against
it came to
you.
knocking down long-range bombs during his heyday. And when the NBA Finals introduced the three-point shooting contest in 1986, he quickly cemented himself as the most lethal marksman in the league. In 1988, heading to his third three-point contest, Bird was extremely confident that he'd bag his third consecutive three-point title. Right before the competition began, Bird tried to mess with his opponents' heads by going to the locker room and saying that the contest was already over before it even started.
Walking in the locker room, who's playing? Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. Now, on top of this trash talk, Bird didn't even bother to remove his warm-up jacket during the contest.
That's savage.
Guess what? He won. Sheesh, guys. This is a dude who looked his opponents in the eye and said, "Who's coming in second?" Then followed it up by not even removing his warm-up jacket.
Savage.
And won. Talk about confidence. Anyway, guys, our next story happened in 1992 when Bird was part of the Dream Team, and it goes something like this. So, the head coach of Team USA personally handpicked a bunch of talented college players to have a scrimmage with the Dream Team to gauge their chemistry. The first run as a unit of the Dream Team didn't go as planned, and shockingly, the college prospects won easily behind closed doors. Right after the embarrassing loss, Rodney Rogers, who was playing for the side of the college team, was feeling upbeat about their win, and during the heat of the moment, he wasn't able to control his mouth and said something like this to Bird. "Hey Larry, you ain't hit a jumper since '84.
Oh.
After Rogers said those words, Bird didn't say a single word, but everyone on the Dream Team knew that Larry took it personally. In the next day's practice, as everyone expected, Larry brought Rogers to school. I mean, he was scoring bucket after bucket over his head, and what's even crazier about all of this is the fact that Bird was telling Rogers how he would score on him. Jamal Mashburn's witnessed firsthand how Bird murdered Rogers in that game, and here's what he said. Magic Johnson fed Larry Bird the ball, probably about 8 times in a row down the court. Larry got the ball on Rodney Rogers, and every time he was about to make a move, he told him what he was going to do. One dribble, pull up, going left.
That's what makes Larry Bird, in my opinion, one of the greatest trash talkers ever. He was a psychic with it. Like, it's different between, you know, like the Westbrook trash talking where, you know, he'd dunk on you and, you know, scream in your face and, you know, do the rock the cradle baby and all that stuff. Like, that's one type of trash talking. But to sit here with the ball and be like, hey, I'm about to do one dribble, pull up, I'm about to go left, I'm gonna hit it off the backboard. Like, just saying that before you do it, then to go and do it, like, that's a whole nother type of trash talking.
Off the glass, bucket. One dribble, going right, spin, shot, bucket. He scored 9 times or 8 times in a row, left the court to go lay down.
Literally
because
telling
he
him what he's
couldn't
gonna
sit on
do.
the bench because of his back injury and said, "Young fella, look like 84, huh?" Dominic Wilkins emerged as one of the fiercest rivals of Larry Bird in the mid-'80s, but during his rookie season, he had a rude awakening when he found out that Bird wasn't the kumbaya type of guy that you can easily be friends with. According to the Human highlight reel, Bird rejected his friendly approach during one of their early matchups, and here's the full story in detail. One of the first times I ever played against him, I went out for the opening tip, and I went to shake his hand. He just stood there and looked at me stone-faced with his hands behind his back. I was like, whoa. Then we were getting ready for the tip, and he says to me, "You don't belong in this league, Holmes." I couldn't believe it, but it happened so fast.
Dominique
I didn't know
Wilkins.
what to think. Then they had the ball, and I was on him, and he said, "I don't know why they got you guarding me, Holmes. You can't guard me." Then swish, he hit a 3. Then he came down again and said, "They made a mistake putting you on me, Holmes," and he took another 3.
Why you keep calling him
Though
Holmes?
Bird initially got the upper hand, Dominic became so furious with Bird's trash talk game that when the opportunity for payback presented itself, he put him on a poster with a monstrous throwdown.
They find Wilkins. Look out.
Hey!
Dominic Wilkins.
Why would Larry
After
Bird
that dunk,
jump?
Wilkins finally earned the respect of Bird, but not without some extra dish of trash talk in the end. According to Dominic, Bird got the last laugh. He got up and said, "I like you, rookie. You've got guts." I was happy for a second, and then he said, "But I'm still going for 40 on you tonight." True to his word, Bird would deliver yet another big game and grab the win for the Celtics, and though he only managed to score 39 that game, he proved once again that you can't outclass Larry Legend, even if you're as legendary as Dominic Wilkins. Anyway, on to another story here. Larry Bird is a competitive guy, as we can all see, and in this tale, he wanted to prove that he's the greatest Celtic ever. You see, at the time, the Celtics' record for most points in a single game was held by Bird at 53 points. But then on March 3rd, 1985, his teammate Kevin McHale scored 56
McHale with the
points.
56
and then after that,
ball.
Bird pretty much echoed what Fano said to Thor. He didn't say, "You should have gone for the head," but he did say, "You should have gone for 60." Well, just 9 days later, on the night of March 12th, 1985, the Celtics traveled to the Big Easy to face the Atlanta Hawks. And
Dominic again?
Bird dropped 60 on the Hawks, which effectively erased the record previously set by McHale, which lasted only for 9 days. Meanwhile, another teammate, Robert Parrish, said this about Bird that night. He told us at halftime that nobody could stop him, so just give him the ball and get out of the way. Then he went out and started taunting the Atlanta players on the floor, the ones on the bench, their coaches, even the referees. He was talking so much trash he was buried in it. It was one of those nights when he could have drop-kicked the ball in. I loved it. What a way to break your teammate's scoring record. Plus, get 60 points by trash-talking your way there?
Yeah, that's wild.
Anyway, guys, do y'all know one person that players should have never trash-talked? Michael Jordan. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but some players in the NBA actually trash-talked the GOAT. Anyway, if you want to know what happened to these poor fellas, then click right here. Trust me when I say that this is a video you don't want to miss. So hurry up and click it, and like always, I'll see you on the other side. Retired...
Good video right there. I like that video of Jordan too, so I might do that one. And I might do another, the truth about Larry Bird one too. But I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Another Larry Bird video completed. Another good one. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't already. Make sure y'all like this video if y'all like this video. And go ahead and write something in the comments, man. But Bird Gang, we out.